Hey folks, so yeah, I promised y'all weekly-ish updates, so I guess I may as well give y'all an update. Really, recently, I have not quite been in the mood. See, I recently, I got fed up with my job, and I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I'm about to quit, though they managed to rope me into working 2 more days. Well, I gotta work 2 more days, and then I go to ACEN, Anime Central in Chicago, go to that convention, and I come back, and they managed to convince me to work 2 more days after that, just work in the truck, and then I'm done. I'm quitting the job, I'm going back to college, I'm gonna learn me some biology. Mostly so that way, I hear there's science jobs out there, and I was just sitting there going, I can't do retail anymore. I can't fucking do retail. I'm gonna murder somebody, okay? These fucking people are too stupid to be checked out. Like, this keeps happening, where people, like, I run the photo counter at Walgreens, alright? There will be so many times where people just drop their shit on the photo counter and waltz off. Yo, they don't say, can I check out here? They don't bring a basket or anything. They just put things there, and then they run off, and then they put more things there, and then they run off. And this is in the middle of the day when the store is busy as fuck, and other people are coming up asking if they can ring out. And the fuck if I know what's going on. Or my favorite is, I'm in the middle of ringing someone out, and then they're like, oh shit, I forgot something, and they just run off. And I mean, I understand, but this happens so damn frequently. It's really irritating. What happened? Like, I practically started crying. Alright. Day before Mother's Day. Oh my fuck, the store was so busy. Someone asked me where the heck were the gift cards. I point them to the gift cards, and then a dude comes up to me, and asks me, hey, where's the, who's in charge of the perfume counter, 'cause I need some perfume. And I knew that our cosmetics person was on break, so I was like, okay, I can get that for you, which one you want? And he just gives me the name, and I'm like, can you point me to it? No, so spent a bunch of time trying to find that. And, I finally find it, I get it out, and then I'm told that I'm needed back in photo. Customer needs assistance in photo. Okay, well, I'll just ring this guy out real quick, because all he's buying is a perfume, the line is gargantuan, and there's a register right here, so I'll just log on in, ring him out, and a woman comes up, and she's right behind him. And I'm like, okay, fine, I guess I'll ring her out really quick, too, and then I'll get back to photo. And so I ring the guy out. I ring up her 2 items, and then she goes, oh, hold on a second, I gotta get something. And the guy is like, hey, you forgot to ask me for my rewards card. And I'm like, take care of it in photo. I price check it. Sure enough, he gets a nice $10, $15 discount with his rewards card, so go refund him the money. I tell him I'll meet him in photo. And I wait, and the woman just, wait a good minute or two, and the woman's nowhere in sight, and I'm just, I'm just crying. Eventually, I'm just like, fuck it, and I walk off. See, the big problem is, only managers can completely void out a transaction. I can void out individual items, but if I'm deep enough in a transaction, I need a manager to void it out. And there were not enough managers to go around, and I just went back to photo and was like, go void the transaction in cosmetics when you have them in it. I can't take it. These fucking people, that's why the lines are so damn long, is that everyone is on their damn cell phone, talking to who the fuck ever, not paying any damn attention. They're forgetting things. They don't have their money. They don't have their wallet. They don't have half the items they want to buy. And I can't ring them out. I can't ring them out when they're being this stupid and there aren't enough people. And the big thing is Walgreens. Oh my fuck, these people. They've been cutting back, how much they're paying people. A friend of mine used to work at Walgreens. He told me that the photo people, they're supposed to get special training to be certified photo specialists, and then they get paid more. Walgreens doesn't do that anymore. Same thing with managers. We used to have managers, but recently they changed it to shift leads, so that way they can have more and pay them less. Which, of course, caused, like, every manager at Walgreens to up and quit. There was, like, a mass exodus of employees from Walgreens, because corporate's just been fucking everyone over. And, like, in the time I've worked there about a year. In that time, I've seen, like, 10 people leave the store, alright? Like, over half our staff is completely different from the staff that was there when they hired me. They're constantly bringing on new people. And just the turnaround rate's crazy, and no one gives a fuck. Like, a lot of times, I'll just find employees and managers just sitting in the back, gabbing up a storm. I'm sorry, I've gone off on a tangent you probably don't care about, but then again, I wonder if you care about any of these tangents. Point is, I can't take Walgreens anymore, and I realize that all retail jobs are that bad. I can't take customers anymore. I can't take people anymore. Like, if it was one-on-one with a single customer, it'd be cool. So I was thinking plumber. But then, I heard we need biology, we need, science jobs. What science do I like? I like biology. I got good grades in biology. We can do biology. So go back to school, go learn me some biology. I just remembered that, we've got some connections at the zoo and stuff, so I might be able to get the hookup. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. If nothing else, at least a biology degree is like, it's a legit-ass degree. It's not a communications degree. Either that or, journalism. Be the one game journalist with a journalism degree. Oh, that's a topic. So what I've been playing, I've been poking at Skylanders again. Because, of course, the new One Trap Team was just announced. It looks like these are going to be a yearly thing. And I'm a little concerned because it's back to the original developer. Then I didn't like the first two games. Toys for Bob is the original developer. They're actually the people who made Star Control 2. Which was the whole reason why I was interested in Skylanders in the first place. I was like, you've got interesting looking characters. It's the people who made Star Control 2. Alright, I wonder what this game is like. And I played it and I'm like, this isn't so good. And then I picked up Swap Force because Vicarious Visions was doing it, and I'm like, hey, that's a different team. I remember them doing something okay-ish, I think, involving Crash Bandicoot. And then, I pick up Swap Force, and it winds up being friggin' awesome. Not $75 worth, but definitely a $60 game. And, now it's back to Toys for Bob, but they're going to keep the jumping in, which I think changed a lot of things. And I'm hoping maybe they looked at Swap Force and were like, hey, that's a cool thing. That's kind of how we should do it. So maybe the next one will be as good as Swap Force. Either way, I already have so many figures. That's sort of the thing. When you've already got all these figures, you're kind of like, why not? Give me another one so I can do more with my figures. Oh, I've got a friggin' army now. So I was thinking about maybe talking a little about Skylanders. The other thing, since I'm quitting my job, I was like, I need to fucking take advantage of my health insurance while I've got it, and got a tooth pulled. And what was going on was, I had this tooth. It was severely decayed. They worked on it, but I guess some of the decay was left in the tooth, and it started. There was a sore below the tooth. It actually wound up, like, eating into my jaw and starting to attack the root of the tooth next to it. So I had to go in for oral surgery, and they, like, took out a huge chunk of jaw and stuff, and had to be put to sleep for that one. But I recovered just fine. Didn't need any of the Vicodin they gave me, so I'm feeling good. And yeah, while I was... It got me 2 more days off of work. So, while I was recovering from that, I weirdly felt like playing the Tales of games again. Just, I think I was a little concerned about the Tales of Hearts getting a U.S. release a little eye twitchy about that. Explain in a minute. And so I went back and I started playing some of the older Tales ofs, and I realized I haven't beaten any of these yet. I'm like a good 20 to 30 hours into every single Tales of game, but I've never actually sat down and beaten one of them. Like, the one we got the farthest in was Tales of Symphonia, and I fucking hate that piece of shit, and I sold it. I know a lot of people like it. It's sort of the FF7 of the series, because for many people it was their first entry, but I'm a manual monger. I insist on manual only, and Symphonia is kind of semi-auto even when it is on manual. Just, I understand. It was their first experiment in a 3D Tales of, and the lack of free run basically made it garbage. The thing with me, like the big thing with me, is I prefer 2D Tales of. It's the linear motion battle system. Everyone should be on a single line. I think 2D Tales of is the way it's meant to be. So, yeah, when Tales of Hearts was released on the DS, I was super happy about that, because, OMG, they made another 2D Tales of. That makes me super happy. And then they remake it on the Vita, and they make it fugly in 3D. Like, I'm sorry, the pixelated 2D sprites looked better, number one, and number two, fuck you making the battle system 3D. Look, the 3D Tales of aren't bad, it's just better in 2D, though. And, of course, it's all Sony's fault that this happened. I'm actually compiling a list of all the ways that Sony Computer Entertainment America has made gaming worse. They've got a lot of crimes to their name, alright? It's actually pretty impressive. Fuck. Like, I realize it's not really Sony Prime that's the issue. Because I've got a friend in Hong Kong, and he's like, I fucking love Sony. I don't get what's with you Americans, your hatred of Sony. It's because it's Sony of America that's the problem. Which is probably the same thing with Microsoft of Japan. If I'm not mistaken, Microsoft of Japan is a bunch of cocksuckers as well. But Sony Computer Entertainment America has significantly hurt gaming in a tangible way. So I'm trying to, I think I might do an episode listing all of their crimes, putting them on trial or something. Fuck Sony of America. They need to get their heads screwed the fuck on right, because they're hurting themselves. I was talking about Tales of, wasn't I? Anyway, yeah, so, dug out the copy of Tales of Destiny that I picked up just for the heck of it in my Eternia, and, I found my Legendia, but haven't cracked back into that, and I'm one of the few people that actually likes Legendia. Again, I talk to a lot of people that hate it, though, and I understand their hatred. And I'm sure the second half of the game is garbage, since it came out before mages were actually good. But, I think the big difference is that, again, I'm a manual monk. And from the sound of it, it sounds like if you're playing semi-auto, which is the default, I think Tales of Legendia is probably extra super garbage in semi-auto. But in manual, you don't really feel it too bad. Especially if you've been playing the old ones. I heard people complain about how bad the AI was. I've been playing a bunch of Tales of Destiny PS1. You want to talk about bad AI? The AI just sits there. Just stares at you. Driving me fucking nuts. Ugh. Gotta unlock the fucking manual control in that game. But, yeah, it's been weird, because I've been playing Destiny, Eternia, Graces, and Zillia. And I've been switching between them, actually. I think I'm gonna try to beat Graces F. Like, either Graces F or Legendia. I'm having a hard time getting into Zillia. I thought I would like Zillia so much more, but I'm not. Graces F, you know what? It probably does have the best battle system of any 3D Tales of. If you're going to do 3D Tales of, Graces has the right idea. And I'm enjoying the Eternia battle system, but I'm not a big fan of the characters and the writing. It's a bit of a slow start because you're in Inferior. And I'm sorry, but I'm racist against Ephirians. Celestians all the way. Unfortunately, that was a game from back when mages sucked, so playing as Merity would suck. So it's going to be a long haul until I get to chat. Never made it to chat. I really want to get to chat, so that's the thing. But the weirdest thing, because of the writing, I was actually getting more into the original Tales of Destiny on PS1. I'm sorry, that one has my favorite character designs, and I love the characters in it, and it's almost endearingly retro, though the encounter rate is obscenely high, and they're making me work to get to the friggin' manual control, which is bullshit. I hate that. Like, in Tales of Eternia, you need to get an item called the Battle Manual by talking to this one random NPC in order to activate manual control. But in Destiny, it's actually like at the end of a dungeon. It's the very next dungeon I'm going to. I'm almost there. But man is it a haul to get there. Oh my fuck, I hate semi-auto controls. Needless to say, I was not a fan of Fantasia. From what I've said, you can probably piece together what my favorite Tales of is. Tales of Destiny PS2. Oh my fuck, I need that in English. I need that in English and on a console so I can do multiplayer. That is my supreme perfect everything I ever wanted in a Tales of ever game. It's got my favorite characters, and it's got my favorite kind of gameplay. It's 2D Tales of, but based entirely on air combos. Yes! That's what I want! Why couldn't it come to America? I already know the answer, because Sony Computer Entertainment America is a bunch of cocksuckers. And that's the thing that annoys me. I love 2D Tales of, and everyone started with 3D. And the only experience most people have with 2D Tales of is Tales of Legendia. And as I said, I like Legendia, mostly because of the music and the musical numbers, the Bantam Bouncers, Pheromone Bombers, whatever you want to call them. They're awesome. But it is not what I would call a proper 2D Tales of, because it's in 2.5D and it predates Battle Fantasia, so yeah, the controls aren't exactly the best. Jumping's kind of worthless. There's a number of reasons why it's not a really good example of a 2D Tales of. And for most people, that's their only experience with 2D Tales of. And then it's like, well, recommend me a good one. And it's like, Destiny's too archaic, Fantasia's too archaic. Basically, the only other one we got then was Tales of Eternia, which was released in America as Destiny 2. But yeah, Tales of Eternia is like the only one we've got, and even then, it's a bit on the archaic side as well. And speaking of archaic, that was the thing that almost broke Tales of Destiny. I was having so much fun, and then I get to the first town, and I have to get that passport. Yeah, you need an FAQ for that. First fucking town. Huge roadblock. You have to talk to everyone in town, and it's this old guy upstairs behind the counter in the inn that tells you that he lost his passport. Then you have to talk to a guard in the guardhouse. Then you talk to the guy in the inn again, and then that triggers the event that continues the fucking game. From that point onward, they've done a really good job of telling me where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do. Generally speaking, I'm having a little difficulty figuring out where the Stray Leaves Temple is, but they've been doing all right there. But, oh my fuck, that passport bit. That was awful! So yeah, been playing Tales of... I'm actually thinking of maybe doing a little episode, a little salute, talking about why I love the Tales of series. And I did find my Vesperion poked at that a little too. Yeah, think about maybe doing an episode on that, maybe doing something on Skylanders. I've actually got an article half written on Skylanders as well. That sort of ties into the video game culture war thing. Long story. Don't get me started. Say my piece on that, like, probably after ASEN. I really plan on trying to buckle down and do that episode, but yeah, I got a third of the way into writing it and then just sort of went fuck it, which is kind of how it's been with the Metables, actually. And then this one's running long because I'm just running my mouth. Is anyone even still listening? Whatever. I'm gonna run my mouth. I promised you that. I guess. I don't know. But yeah. I was like, I've just been not feeling it at all. I've been meaning to sit down and do some kind of at least halfway decent Metable, and then, you know, I finish unwinding from work, and then it's 5 a.m., and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to bed. Because, damn job, I'm telling you. So I think I covered everything. Yay, new Skylanders. Oh, yeah, that's right. I also realized that I really need to do an episode on a bad game. It'll probably be Disney Infinity. I think that one's the most pertinent. Like, the most recent bad games I've played is Disney Infinity and Connect Sports Rivals. Fuck both those games. I'd say PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale is this was so close to being good, and then you made one gigantic fuck-up that completely ruined the game kind of game. Seriously, it was so close. It's actually pretty fun, but then super moves are the only way to knock out your opponent. Meaning the game is really only playable in 2-on-2 teams. Like, that's how I've heard it's quote-unquote supposed to be played. Okay, yeah. I'll give them that, but any other way you play it, it's garbage. So that's a wonky-ass thing. Rock of the Dead and Leisure Suit Larry Box Office Bust are some of the worst games of the generation. I mean, to maybe do an episode on those shit fests. Oh, yeah, and then Connectimals. I do need to do a Connectimals episode. Because I'm sorry, Connectimals is a fucking offense to the concept of gaming, and I'm still a little mad at my one friend who convinced me to give it a chance. And keep in mind, you're talking to someone who is pretty darn cool with virtual pets and motion control. Theoretically, I should like Connectimals. Actually, I don't even need to say that. Fantastic Pets is better. The friggin' Connectimals knockoff by the people who made Barbie Horse Adventures is a legitimately better Connectimals than Connectimals because Connectimals fucked up so hard. I guess if you have any requests for a bad game you'd really like to see reviewed, go ahead and pick it, but I have a feeling it'll be whichever one I have the most vitriol towards, so it might be Connectimals. Yeah, Disney Infinity and Connectimals, I really need to remind myself to review those. Of course, whenever I say that, it never gets reviewed. Hi, Ninja Blade, how are you being reviewed? Oh, yeah, you're not. I suck. Anyway, this is Gel, and that's been a 5:43 a.m. half-awake Metable about something. Do you guys even care? I don't know. Oh, fuck it, I'm going to bed and I'm going to slap some game footage on this. Whatevs. See ya.
Hubert, why do you wear glasses?
Because my eyes are bad.
What? Are they dangerous?
Somebody save me.